Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, Knicks Nation? As the New York Knicks defeat the San Antonio Spurs by a final score of 114-89. Let's freaking go. Let's go. I'm back in, baby. I am back in, baby. This team is an emotional whiplash, but today we came into today's matchup, Spurs coming in, winning 11 straight in the Garden. And Wemby has said some stuff on the New York Knicks in the past, too. 0-3 in Madison Square Garden, by the way, Victor Wembanyama. Hold another L. Hold another L. Yo, the Knicks are like... the Knicks are like that crazy couple, like, that fights all the time and then gets back together and fights all the time and, oh, come back. And today was a championship level performance by the New York Knicks. Championship level performance by the boys. Honestly, championship level basketball game that we saw today. Guys, they look incredible. They looked absolutely incredible today. I could go down the line. Mikal Bridges, in my opinion, gets the game ball because he was phenomenal today for the New York Knicks. And when he's on, he's on. This is the Mikal Bridges that we love and we wish to see every single freaking night. Loud and clear with the gifted memberships. Loud and clear, you are amazing. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you for the support. Loud and clear, you're awesome. The Knicks held the Spurs to a season low in points. The Knicks held the Spurs to, I believe, a season high in turnovers. That's discipline. That's execution. Again, Spurs come into today winning 11 straight games. And us Knicks fans didn't really know what to make of their last win because we're like, okay, Sunday's the big dance, right? Sunday is the big dance against the San Antonio Spurs. And the Knicks have the Spurs number this year. I know we lost to them in San Antonio where we were up like 19, but we beat them in a cup game. We beat them tonight. Should have won the game in San Antonio. We should be 3-0 against the San Antonio Spurs team. When it seems like everyone else can't figure out the Spurs, it feels good that the New York Knicks seem to have figured them out. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back in. We back. Dominant performance from the New York Knickerbockers today as we look at this box score, 114-89, ladies and gentlemen. Man, what a freaking game from you New York Knickerbockers, and I absolutely love it. Down the line, ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Brunson to end the first quarter was absolutely effing phenomenal. And that kind of set the tone for the entirety of the basketball game because the New York Knicks were flat to start this game. Mike Brown subs out Josh Hart, switches up the lineups a little bit, and right when that happened, the New York Knicks started to dance. And Jalen Brunson started to dance, and the Knicks offense looked like it was clicking. You know, it looked great. It looked absolutely amazing. Diawara comes in, does his job. What do I always say? 15, 20 minutes of Mohamed Diawara, he's going to give you impactful minutes. Today, 4 threes, got a little trigger happy. I don't care. They're leaving him open. 4-13 from 3, 14 points from Diarra. Landry Shamet. Numbers don't really back it up in the box score, but defensively, I mean, guys, then Alvarado comes in the second quarter, pushes the pace, the ball's moving. The ball's moving all over the place. The pace shifts when Landry Shamet comes in the game. And Mikal Bridges, in my opinion, played one of the best games this year from him. 25 points, 5 and 9, and he gives you 5 steals. 5 freaking steals for Mikal Bridges. OG Anunoby, the defensive intensity today on Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs, allowing the Spurs to score 89 points today. I mean, come on, guys. Come on. 89 points to the San Antonio Spurs. Defense, man. The defensive plan, the defensive execution, everything was on point today for this team. Everything. Even Karl-Anthony Towns was locking up Victor Wembanyama. Karl-Anthony Towns was engaged. Today was I'm telling you, man. I'm like, this Knicks team's gonna make me go crazy. They could do this every night. Every night if they wanted to. It's a long season. I get it. But hopefully today they could build some consistency heading into the end of the season. But today was an amazing game from the team. And it started with the defense, man. It started defensively. And I keep going back to Mikal because he was freaking incredible. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Appreciate the members in here. I see all of you in here in the chat. Big Taz. Peace says, hi. Yay, Knicks won. Daniel says, what's up? Castro. What's good, people? Dis Rover's in the building. Dis Rover, haven't seen you in a bit. Hope all is well. Isaiah says, best game of the season, man. Diarra, Bridges, let's go. Eddie, what's going on? Salute, Chris. Loud and Clear says, Diarra is a rotation player. If you don't think so, I don't know what you are watching. Of course. Mike Brown should have never taken him. He didn't really take him out. He tried the experiment with Jeremy Sohan a couple of days. And we saw how that fared. And you play Diarra. You play Diarra and good things happen, man. 20-year-old rookie. You play him. Defensively, I had him hit a corner 3, stare at the San Antonio bench. Then I had him come back, block Castle, and then away we go. Let's go. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. Joel says, Cat crashed in the glass, helped a ton. Guys, honestly, everyone played their part, man. Everyone. Karl-Anthony Towns is clearly what the message today was from the start. I need everyone that comes into this basketball game engaged, following the game plan, and let's go out there and show the world that we're still legit contenders and final contenders in the NBA. Clearly. And the Knicks listened and responded. Because boy, oh boy, if they play like this in the playoffs, nobody can beat them. Nobody. That's the frustrating thing about this team, because sometimes they don't play like this. Most of the times, it doesn't look like this. But I think this is the upside of this team defensively. Because Mikal looked like a whole different player today. Like 5 steals from Mikal looked engaged defensively. Making great reads, pushing the fast break, the steal that he did, and he passed it off to Shamet, and Shamet yammed it on the spot. I mean, come on now. The chemistry was just off the charts today, and it seemed like everyone wanted to send a message, and still people won't give the Knicks respect. The headline tomorrow will probably be, did the Spurs lose or the Knicks won? That's probably the headline on First Take tomorrow, right? when Cade Cunningham beats the Knicks is, does Cade Cunningham own the New York Knicks? Well, now it should be, does the New York Knicks own Victor Wembanyama? Because we do. And Mitchell Robinson, man, he's a problem. He's the secret sauce against this team, against the Spurs. Anytime you make Victor Wembanyama's life miserable, this is how it looks. And the Knicks seem like they got the secret sauce against this team. And that gives me hope. Let's say the Spurs make it out the West. You know, I'm just saying, if it's Knicks Spurs, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. So I get it. It's a regular season matchup in March, but us Knicks fans just wanted to see this Knicks team just be more consistent, and they answered the bell today with a dominant win against the San Antonio Spurs. And again, the Spurs came into today winning 11 straight basketball games. They had a win against Detroit, smoked them in Detroit. They had a win against OKC without Shea, but 11 straight is 11 straight. And the Knicks made them look terrible today. Lights were too bright. Lights were too bright. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Jesse says we played all 48 minutes. That's the difference. When they do that, they win. What's going on, Jesse? Appreciate you in the chat. This Rover says Mikal looked like his November, December self. Yeah, I mean, guys, this is why, you know, I'm never going to give up on this team. It's because nights like today. Never. Like, I need to see how it looks in the playoffs, but today just brought a level of excitement back to my soul that we really haven't felt. I haven't felt, right? Because the Spurs are legit. I got, you know, Brian Windhorst talking about he has hotel reservations already booked in San Antonio for the finals. Spurs can very well make it to the NBA finals, right? And the Knicks have made them look like it's easy. Now I know they blew that big lead in San Antonio, which we should have won. But guys, the NBA Cup win. Today, win. So, and these are big games. And this game was not ABC, national televised. This is it was like a playoff atmosphere, and the Knicks answered the bell. Let's go. Let's go. Source says these dudes are too inconsistent. You like it. We all like it. We all like it, man. We back in. I told you. The Knicks are like the couple that, you know, wants to get divorced and always finds their way back together, because that's how I feel with the New York Knicks. It's like we're always fighting with this team, but then they come out and have wins like this, and we're like, we're good. We straight. Nothing to see over here, man. It's just February. It's March now. Let's go, man. How many steals did this team have today? 13 steals for a team, 5 for Mikal, 2 from Shamet. You know, the captain, 24 points. That run to end the first quarter, I'm not going to lie, man. I got some goosebumps watching that. That looked like prime Jalen Brunson. That in the last couple of games, guys. The last couple of games, Chris has spoken about it on the pod. Brunson, to start these games, has been phenomenal. He's looked like his own self. And sometimes it's that simple. Lead us, captain, to start, and we will feed off of you. We will feed off of your energy. And Brunson in Milwaukee, dominant to start. Brunson today, dominant to start in the first quarter. And the guys fed off of that, because to start this game, it was kind of shaky, right? You had Josh Hart missing everything, like over 3 from 3 in the first quarter. Everyone's like, pull Josh Hart out the game. I don't need him. I want Mike Brown to change the starting lineup. Take Josh Hart out the game. Hart gives you 10 rebounds, 7 assists. It was bad to start, I'm not going to lie, but he made his game respectable with the assists and the rebounds. Some of the passes today were really good for Josh Hart, but the Spurs were just leaving him open. They weren't respecting him at all to start this game. And the majority of the game, the whole game, they weren't respecting him. And when the shooters come in, Diawara comes in, it looked different. Alvarado comes in, it's like a different pace. You have Brunson cooking you in the end of the first quarter. Then you have Alvarado coming in, pushing the pace in the second quarter. It's like two different teams that you have to navigate as an opponent, right? Alvarado just wants to run. Those are the running Knicks with Alvarado on the court. And 5 assists for Jose. Had a little injury scare that I was like, please be okay, but it looks like he's okay. I got Jose telling Cat that Victor Wembanyama can't guard you. Can't guard you. That's the energy we need. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Sunday afternoon, you New York Knicks win. Final score 114-89 against the San Antonio Spurs. And they looked incredible. They looked absolutely incredible. The boys are back. The boys are back. The boys are back. CJ, what's going on? Salutes. Castro says Thunder on Thursday will be another test. Let's go. I'm ready. I am ready. Loud and Clear says De'Aaron Fox's cheeks. That's the Knicks defense. Defensively, guys, look, I know Mike Brown has been, a polarizing topic in Knicks land. But let's be like, this is why I kind of want to reserve my blame on Mike Brown, because the Knicks are still like a top 3 offense. And defensively, they're starting to get it. Right? They're starting to put it to, I'm hoping that this can continue. But when you allow the San Antonio Spurs to score 89 points, the Spurs, 89 points. Right? And you drop 114 and you smoke them. Everything looks great. Everything looks good. Like, I'm hoping that they could take this energy into the playoffs. And I think they will. I think they will take, like, this style of play, right? We match up pretty well against the Spurs team, right? And this has been a trend. We match up well against the Spurs. We match up well against Denver. We've had Denver's number over the last couple of years. So these West teams, we matched up pretty well against them. Even last year, like when we were up in OKC, then we lost the lead in that fourth quarter. You guys remember that? Like, we play these West teams pretty well. And that gives me a little bit of gets me a little excited, man. We got to get there. We got to win 3 rounds to get there. But today brought me back to like, okay, like this is how it's supposed to look. Like, this is the team that I think will show up in April, May, and hopefully June. Because if they do, then honestly, they're going to be a tough out. They are. And again, they shot 35% from 3. Remember I said against the Bucks, 50%. It's not going to happen every night. It didn't happen today. 35% from 3, and they still beat them 114-89. It was because of their defense. It was because of their defense. Man. Castro says the analysts talking trash about us when we won is geek. Yeah, man, every time. Again, this would have been the lead story. I got X accounts tweeting Wembanyama highlights, and that was the only highlight they tweeted the entire basketball game. Victor Wembanyama dunking on OG Anunoby. That's the only video you're going to see floating around. They're not going to show you everything else. They're not going to show you who won the game. Everything is about Wemby. And I get it, right? I get it. But feels good right now being a Knicks fan, honestly, man. You're now 39-22. You're one game away from 40. What do we do in the standings? I know Cleveland's playing right now, so this is probably not going to be relevant. You're a game behind Boston. Boston keeps winning. So, look, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And we came into today talking about, okay, how are the Knicks going to fare against the San Antonio team who is one of the best teams in the NBA, and we made them look like ish. Let's go. Let's freaking go, man. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. This team. Here's the Diawara play that I'm talking about. Let me put it in the chat for you guys. Let me get my here's the Diawara play. Boom. 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 All right, let's replay that. Alvarado hits some corner three. They leave him open. They were leaving him open too. Splash. Look at the look back to the bench. Little look back. 20 years old. Like he'll grow into a shit talker. Little look back to the bench. Then he comes back and blocks the ish out of Castle. Give me that. Give me that. That's the key off the bench, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. DOR is like, God, you know my stance on him. I mean, he's awesome, man. He's awesome. And the Sohan thing, it is what it is. But DOR he shouldn't be getting 15 to 20 minutes off the Knicks bench. And Mike Brown has went back to that. He simplified the rotation. Now the four coming in off the bench: Shamet, Diawara, Mitch, and Alvarado. And it seems to be working for this group. It seems to be working for this team. And it's paying dividends, right? It's paying dividends. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the members in here. Knicks win 114-99. Subscribe. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get those likes out, fam. Your Knicks, they're back, man. They pulled us back in. They pulled us back in, right? Like, is there anyone that's still like? I know today was a big game, and if they lose against the Thunder on when do they play? On Wednesday, we're all gonna be like, oh, same Knicks. But for the time being, I'm feeling good as a Knicks fan because let's all be real. There's been more good than bad this year. Way more good than bad for the Knicks this year. Way more good than bad. Still learning Mike Brown's system. CJ says, go New York, go. Still learning Mike Brown's system. Seems like he's got the rotations down. And now is a home stretch, man. Now is go time. Now is when you lock in, you be more consistent, and when you take a step back, they've now won 4 out of their last 5 games. Right? Now, granted, 2 of those wins were against Chicago and Milwaukee, but 2 of those wins have been against Houston and San Antonio. Right? With the Cleveland game being their third in like 4 nights. So, and in the playoffs, you know that they play every other day. Sometimes they have 2 days off in between games, which I hate. And if you look at this schedule, it is tough, but you're at Toronto, which has been a nice landing spot for us. And then you're welcoming SGA in Madison Square Garden. Now, a lot of fans will probably be like, watch the Knicks lose to the Raptors and beat the Thunder. That's the season. That's just been the way of this season. I don't know what to make of it, but at this point, I've just accepted it. But what I like is that today showed defensively that there is a upside to this team. We know how good they are offensively, but defensively has been like a little bit shaky. But today showed that there is an upside with this team that when they're locked in, they're locked in. Like, guys, Mikal Bridges looked like a totally different player out there. Totally different. I got on him in the first quarter with the fast break, fadeaway mid-range jump shot. And I'm still like, come on, bro. But it seemed like after that, He looked like this was the October, November Mikel. So it's like I'm just hoping that come April, May, they just put it all together and we go far. We go far. GTM says, I'm not high on the Knicks right now. Come on. How can you not be high on the Knicks after this big win against the Spurs? You know, Wemby's 0-3 in the Garden. It's a good win, man. It's a feel-good win. When most of us Knicks fans circled the game against San Antonio as the litmus test. Right? The litmus test. One of the best teams in the West. You just smoked them. Now, when you face the Thunder this week, and you beat them too in the Garden, that's gonna have you feeling even better about this team, right? If we can sustain this, win against the Raptors, beat the Thunder, then I'll be like, okay, like now we're starting to get into a rhythm. Like things look good, things look great. Like now let's start to think about health into the postseason and try to get the two seed, try to get in front of Boston, and let's go. But today proved like this Knicks team just has a level they can get to that sometimes they don't want to get to. And that's understandable, being an 82-game season. Right? But away we go. Away we go, man. Away we go, man. Mikal Bridges, phenomenal. You know, not just the scoring today, which was a major plus. You know, the defense, especially the fast break buckets from Mikal Bridges, elite wing defense we saw tonight, and that's the upside, right? We've been missing that, and today is like the last week is like the perfect definition of the Knicks season. Like honestly, you lose against Cleveland, everyone's like, I don't know what to make against this team. Then you come out today and win. So, let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Defensive player of the game. Has it come out yet? I'll be surprised if it's not Mikal Bridges. I would be shocked because Mikal Bridges was absolutely incredible. Once again, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the community. If you're new here, hello. My name is Anthony. Do post games after every single game. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. It's free. Appreciate the support as always. Close to 8K subs. Appreciate you guys in the chat, man. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully we're gearing up for a long playoff push. And it's March now. It's March 1st today. Happy March, ladies and gentlemen. February is in the rear view mirror, man. Let's do this, man. This is the last full month of the season. It's crazy, man. We've come a long way. Season goes by like that. It's a long season for us fans. It's a long season for them in the locker room. And it just seemed like today they were locked in. They were engaged. They were awesome today for the New York Knicks. And just shout out to the boys. I'm trying to see if we can get some images from Mikal. I still got some highlights to show you guys from the boys. Oh, here's the block. That OG Anunoby, big block from OG Anunoby in the first half against Stephen Castle. I'm telling you, if this Wingstop defense shows up every night, man, sign me up for this, please. Sign me up for this. Let me replay that. Just look at the help. Play that again. This is like, please put it all together in April, May, June. Please, because this is how it looks, guys. This is how it's supposed to look. When Leon Rose has constructed this roster, this was his vision today. This was his vision. This is how, when everyone is locked in, right? And I'm going to repeat that. When everyone is locked in, today is exactly how us Knicks fans would get excited on a finals run, hopefully, because of games like today, where offensively they look good, defensively they look great, and The rotations are simplified now, right? You're still playing 9 guys rather than 8. So you're getting that extra guy with Mike Brown. Let's not forget that, right? Diarra's playing and playing well. He went back to him after giving a Sohan experiment a couple of games, telling Diarra to stay ready. This is how it's supposed to look, right? And I'm telling you, if this Knicks team looks like this against the Sixers, should be an easy win. The Celtics, the Pistons, who've given us problems, right? We just have to put it all together for 3 rounds. And then if we make it to the NBA Finals, if the Spurs make it out, we can have these games to look back at and be like, we've actually played the Spurs really well. Now, I know sometimes, most of the time, regular season wins don't translate into the postseason, as we are first example of that last year, right? But it just has to make you feel good as a Knicks fan that you put on a clinic, an absolute clinic today in Madison Square Garden. You guys can hit the Discord if you guys want to call in to the show. The link is pinned up in the chat. Make sure you guys call in to the show if you guys want to voice your enthusiasm against this big Knicks win. Knicks dominate in the Garden. Snap the Spurs 11-game winning streak. The Big Cat. He's playing better, right? He's playing better. He looks engaged. Looks engaged. He looks good, man. Cat looks good. Cat looks great, man. Honestly. Cat looks really good. Like, nine shots today. Didn't need him to attempt more. But most of those shots were in the paint, right? Putbacks. He looks good right now. Like, he looks like he's comfortable. Whereas 2-3 weeks ago, it didn't look like he was comfortable. The line sound is low volume. How about that? I got it done. I don't want to like deafen you guys. That's why I have these controls on lower volume. Cat looks like he's comfortable. He looks like he's bought in now. And that's what we've been waiting for Cat. His reads, his post-ups, his passes. He looks good, man. Like, and I'm kind of going to go down the list here. OG, you know, when he's hitting his threes, like, he's clearly a better player, man. 2 of 5 from 3. He looked engaged. The defensive switches, I mean, they had OG on Castle, then they would put him on Wemby, then they would put him on Fox, and they were doing that with Mikal. You know, when Mitch was in the game, they were just switching him. And, like, the game plan today seemed like they were on their P's and Q's, man. Right? Defensively, and I like masterclass out there. Masterclass out there between OG, Mitch, and Mikal. Everybody. You know, and Mitchell Robinson has dominated this Wemby matchup. You could tell Wemby don't want to, like, it bothers him. Like, Mitch is like his kind of like his kryptonite. Like, Mitch, and I know he wasn't on him the entire game, but Mitchell Robinson, just his presence out there. I know he gives you 4 points, 5 rebounds, and the Spurs were totally fine fouling Mitchell Robinson, getting him to the free throw line. But the beauty about today is that offensively, like, we shot, what, 35% from 3, and we still managed to put up 114. That's positive stuff. You know, you hold Wemby to 25 and 13. De'Aaron Fox, nothing. Castle, nothing. Right? They got nothing from anybody. Nothing. Wemby 1 of 7. They shot 9 of 34 from 3. 26% from 3, the Spurs did. And it's not like they were missing open looks, guys. The Knicks defensively were locked the F in. Locked in. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man. What a win. What a win. Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of reset the room. The Knicks 114-89. They demolished the San Antonio Spurs. Big win after a great win in Milwaukee. A lot of fans were like, okay, you did what you're supposed to do. You beat the Bucks. Let's see you do it on Sunday against the Spurs, the big boys. As the big boys come into town, I got ESPN and ABC trying to hype up this matchup, guys. I mean, guys, look at the graphic that ESPN tweeted. I don't even know who tweeted this before the game. 0-3 in Madison Square Garden, Victor Wembanyama, after you say it's not as big. It's not as big as I expected. Now, you're not 0-3. 0-3. Take that. This image of Cat was crazy. This image of Cat was crazy, by the way. That angle was crazy. I'm trying to find a graphic, but at Knicks Station on X, though, if you want to give me a follow. Here is a stupid graphic that ESPN posted prior to the game. Who made this graphic? I got Victor Wembanyama towering over Brunson as it's his stadium. This dude is 0-3 in a Garden, and you have him looking like freaking King Kong. This guy hasn't done anything. Come on now. I know he's the darling of the NBA. I get it. Terrible graphic. All right, that was my little rant. That was my little rant. Like, come on now. Come on now. Let's get to more highlights today, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. Here's Cat's defense. Look at Cat on Victor. Look at Cat. Look at Cat on. Look at Cat. Look at Cat. Way to stay down, Cat. Way to stay down. Boys being boys. JB messing around on the bench. Yeah, man. Whoever made that graphic was a loser. Loser. I don't care that we won. We won. Let's go. Big win in the Garden. Big win, man. Big win. Losers made that graphic. Yo, they had Victor looking like King Kong, like he's undefeated in Madison Square Garden. The dude is 0-3 in the Garden now. 0-3. Hasn't won a game in Madison Square Garden, by the way. Hasn't won a game. They try to hype this matchup up. If they won, it would have been like Spurs are going to the finals. The Knicks suck. The Knicks are going to be first-round exits. I guarantee you tomorrow we're going to hear none of that regarding the Spurs, and we're going to hear none of Knicks praise, right? But it is what it is. We take care of business in the playoffs, not in March, right? So, but today was a good step in the right direction. Simon says they should have put David v. Goliath. Yep. Yeah, someone needs to Photoshop that and swap Brunson. Wow, that'll. Oh, look what they did. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, somebody, I don't know who did this. This is from Alex B. Come on now. Oh, here it is. Y'all are quick, man. Y'all are quick. Hold on, I'm gonna post that now. I don't know who did the graphic, but because I normally give credit, but it needed to be done. Tendril is in the building. Let's go, Tendril. Let's go, Tendril. Knicks win. Let's go. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good as a Knicks fan, guys. Feeling good. you know, now let's keep this up. Let's keep this up. Let's go into Toronto because we know how sometimes, right? I just don't want to see more of the same with this team. Like, we would have big, like in the past, this season, we would have big wins, then follow that up with some bad losses, right? What I want to see right now in March and April is some more consistency. Like, I want to see the Knicks, like, run the show. Like, okay, like, now we're not playing around no more. Let's keep this up. Let's win in Toronto. Let's beat OKC this week. Then we're like, wow, like, okay, let's go. And we go from there. But just a little bit more consistency I would like to see from this team. And the last couple, especially the win against Houston, has been really good. Yeah, Castro. ESPN's graphic designer's a geek for that. Yeah, come on now. Come on now. Terrible. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Do I have anyone waiting in the Discord? I get to your calls. Yeah, I got Yuri waiting. Of course. Shout out Yuri. Oh, man. Big win. Yeah, source says Knicks are a 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of team. Exactly. 2 steps, exactly. As they take 2 steps forward and they take 1 step back. Like, I don't want it to be like lost in Toronto and we're like really? Then it kind of sucks all the momentum out the air. And then you're just like, all right, bro, just get me to the playoffs, man. Like, I really don't know what to make of this team. But today showed that I would assume that in the locker room they've been hearing some of the noise, right? Because, guys, zoom out again, right? Spurs came in hot. Visiting Madison Square Garden. 11 straight wins the Spurs have had. Right? The Knicks defensively were awesome. The pace was awesome. The rotations have simplified, and this is what we wanted. So I'm hoping to see some growth and consistency now. Right? The Knicks know noise is going to come no matter what. Like, it's going to come no matter what. Right? The Knicks win today, and it's like the NBA world's probably not going to think anything of it. Like, yeah, whatever. Spurs win, it would have got front page papers, right? Because it doesn't fit their narrative. Which is fine. Like, I like rolling through the clowns. But when they play like this, they're not they're the most confusing team in the NBA, and I've said that. But when they play like this, it brings you back to like, man, if they play like this, we can win a championship this year if they play like this. And that's not me being dramatic. Like, if they play like this Knicks team can win a championship. Like, they're contenders. They're still contenders. They're still one of the best teams in the NBA. That's saying something. Whenever you beat the San Antonio Spurs twice already, again, it should have been 3 times if you didn't blow that lead in San Antonio. That has to be said for something. You smoked the Nuggets. Not smoked them. You beat them in overtime, right? It was a big win. Let's see how they fare against OKC this week. Because let's say they beat OKC, guys. And it's like, wow, like, it seems like the style out west, we fare better against that than how the Pistons play in the East, which we are undefeated. I mean, we haven't won against them. So, we'll see, man. But today was a good step in the right direction for this team. Mikal Bridges won Defensive Player of the Game. Does that come out? Once again, shout out to the chat. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. Try to see if we can get some quotes from the guys. I know yeah. Mikal Bridges won Defensive Player of the Game. He had to. I'm fully expecting him to win Defensive Player of the Game. I'm trying to go through it now. Hey, look, here they are tweeting the Wemby stats. I'm a troll. I'm a troll today. I'm a troll. I feel like a troll. Loss. I feel petty today. I'm sorry. I feel petty today. Let's get some Knicks quotes, why don't we, ladies and gentlemen? Shout out to the squad. Shout out to the Knicks as they dominate the San Antonio Spurs. Let's start with Mo, because I love me some Mo. Let's go to Mo Diawara.
Where would you say your confidence level is right now?
High level. I can't give you a number right now, but it's high for sure. I think the way that I'm playing, the way that the teammates talking to me, the coaches, just everybody make me feel comfortable for real. And it's growing like day by day. It's growing.
Why do I feel like I haven't heard Diawara speak in like months?
From a point earlier in the season where you really didn't know or probably didn't think that you were going to get much minutes to now playing in a game like this against a team like that, just what's the emotional ride been like for you this year?
It's been great. Like I said, you got to be ready. That's my first year in the league. I'm a rookie, so I know that I'm not going to play all the games, but I know that I got to be ready to hurt my name and get cold. So I think, like I said, just stay ready, play hard at practices, and that's it.
He's 20. He's 20. And as a 20-year-old, he has come in and just provided value. That's one thing where I know Mike Brown gets a lot of blame, but he would not be playing with Tom Thibodeau. He wouldn't, in my opinion. Mike Brown went to him early. He trusted him, and he has grown from the beginning of the season until now. He has just gotten better and better and better. He has taken him out the rotation. He has, like, that can kind of mess with a young player's psyche, right? But maybe that's part of the game. Maybe that's Mike Brown's thinking. Like, let me try to, like, mess with him to see how he'll respond. So, they played Sohan, right? Sohan came in a couple of games over him, and Mike Brown went back to him. And Diawara has just looked the same, right? He's looked incredible. Shout out to Mo D, man.
It was huge. I mean, I feel like, shooting is probably obviously one of my worst games of the season. Worst, 3 or 4 game stints. But I think for me, I was extremely happy in terms of how I was able to get past that and affect the game in different ways. Obviously, don't want to have an abysmal shooting out like that, but I mean, for me, I was able to, help guys get shots, defensively bring it. So
I still do think these starts, look, Jalen Brunson saved them today with the start, but Josh Hart has played really well this year from 3. Like, he's shooting, I believe, close to a career high from 3, close to how he shot when the Knicks first acquired him. But he's in a little bit of a funk right now. But, like, I can give you a reason to start Diawara over Josh Hart. I can give you a reason to start Shamet over Josh Hart. But I'm not there yet. But I do think the options are on the table. Like, I do think come playoff time, Mike Brown, like, if the Knicks are struggling and Hart's, looking the same, which I don't think will happen, I think it has to be a thought, because that's one area the Knicks had struggle in is starts in these basketball games, right? Last year they would go down by like 10, 15, 20 in a blink, and they took so much energy just to climb back in these games. And then Tom Thibodeau made a switch, right? He made the switch. If you don't remember, it's game 3 against Indy. Dibs went to Mitch. I don't think it's Mitch. I think you need another confident shooter out there. I could give you Mo. I could give you a Shamet starting over Hart. But we'll see. We shall see, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to, once again, these are from Knicks videos, SNY Knicks. These are not my videos. I do not want to get flagged. Mikel, player of the game.
Have you guys gotten better defensively? Mike Brown said that you guys have just been better on defense.
Yeah, I think just especially in pick and roll and I think just helping the helper.
See the Louis hat?
I think just helping more. I think in the past sometimes we're leaving guys on the island and not trusting each other as much. But we talked about it and know we had to be better, and we keep getting better at it.
At that point, where have you guys?
Let's go, Mikel. That's how I want to see you play, Mikel. Every night. Every night. Landry Shamet, the underrated signing of the season.
I love it. Every time the ball touches his hands, I'm yelling at him, shoot it. So I want that kid to stay aggressive. And, obviously we know how raw, talented he is. It's crazy. He's, 19?
Talking about the Aurora.
I'm happy for him to have a game like tonight where he's, that's a tough job. A lot of people think that, he's wide open all the time. It's weird when you look up and nobody's guarding you. Teams have to choose what they want to give up. And, Mo being in that position, I think he handled it great tonight. Early, you saw him kind of thinking about a few of them. Mm-hmm. I told him, man, when you're catching the ball, you're the first option. So. Stop. Fire. All right, bro. Are we good? Thanks, man. All right. Sorry, brother.
Cat in the background, show the fit. Show the fit. All right, let's hit up some Discord. I got Yuri in the Discord waiting. And Mets218 in the Discord waiting. All right, let's get to some Discord callers. Yuri, you are first up on the Knicks Nation postgame.
B2A, Ant.
What's
I got
going
the belt.
on?
B2A. Belt to ass.
Belt to ass.
Belt. Belt came out to play today, man. Oh, man. I that was the good win of the season. That was a very good win.
Big win.
And now...
Just don't follow it up by a loss in Toronto, right? Please.
And all I'm saying is whatever's going to happen this season is probably going to happen. I've come to accept it at this point. If they win on Toronto, awesome. If they don't, whatever.
Yeah.
Move on to the next one. But now you're a game and a half behind Boston.
Let's go.
I think you're right. Boston's 39-20. The Knicks are basically 39-22. I don't know how that works.
If we tie with them, we have one more game against them. We need to win that game because then we'll win the tiebreaker if we win that game, and that's huge. So we have one more game against Boston.
I'm looking at the series. I'm looking at the season series right now for Boston. We are up. We won game one against. We won game one against them.
2-1 against them.
So we have to win this game. We have to win the next game against Boston.
Yep.
Have to.
Yep.
So overall, and this is going to be a battle for the top 3 seeds. I don't think you're catching Detroit. I think Detroit's going to run with the first seed. You can catch Boston though.
Yeah, of course. Boston plays today?
Yes, 7:00.
Boston and Philly. Okay, I'll be watching that one. 8:00.
Who the hell do I root for in that scenario?
I mean, you got to root for Philly, man. I mean, Philly's not going to catch us at all. Philly's definitely not catching us. You got to root for Boston losses because Philly is, 5 games behind you?
Yeah, there's no way Philly catches you.
I mean, come on, man. You got to root for Philly.
There's no way Philly catches you. The play-in tournament is going to consist of Orlando, Miami.
Hey, you can copy-paste that every year, right?
Yeah, literally. Yeah. It never fails. It never fails. It never fails, I swear to God. Ever since they started implementing the play-in, that's all it's been.
Yep.
This part of me makes me miss. Damn, I miss being the 7th, 8th seed. I miss just having the 7th and 8th seed.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Player of the game, Gary. Who's your player of the game today? Who'd you love?
Mikel.
What'd you like to see?
Mikel, I got the Mikel jersey on.
Oh,
Mikel.
let's go.
Mikel was my man today. Mikel was my man.
Plays like this
Now,
every night. Let's go.
please play like this every night
Yeah, man.
so I can start filling out apology letters.
Please.
Please,
Hey,
for
look.
God's sake.
At this point, it's March. Win these games. Be a top 3 seed, hopefully, preferably 2. And they've shown their upside, man. I feel like if they put it all together in the playoffs, they can go far. But if they don't, they
Right.
can't. But let's start to build some
The
consistency.
adjustments I've noticed, though,
Yeah.
Mikel's an off-the-ball defender now. He's not the point of attack defender no more. I noticed that. When Jose Alvarado comes in with Moldy, OG, and Cat,
Mm-hmm.
Mikel's not the point of defender no more. He's an off-ball defender. So I'm interested to see if Mike Brown goes with that lineup a lot more now. And let's be faces, Mohamed Diawara is in a playoff rotation.
Of course.
I think it's safe to say that.
Yeah.
I think it's.
I told you that last time. There's no way. There's no way. Has to play.
He has to play in a playoff rotation.
I got him
And I
hitting
trust
threes
Mike
and
Brown.
blocking Castro at the other end, man. He's 20 years old. Like, the upside is tremendous. And they're leaving him open, too. I'm like, really? You're going to leave a 40% three-point shooter open? And his misses today, they were like
But
in and
no.
out. They were like in and out. They were like barely misses. So he has that thing on point. The shot's on point right now from OD.
He's just got to know. He's just got to be more precise with it, just so he doesn't rims out more. You know, we're in the NBA now where three-point shooting is so valuable in the league.
Yep.
Where, like, the three-point shot has to be on point. You have to make sure it goes through the net. Now, I know it says, oh, yeah, of course it's got to go through the net. But, like, no, you have to get precise with your three-point shot now. You have to make sure it's right.
Yes, sir.
But, yeah, that's what I got to
What
say.
else you got? All right.
Go Knicks.
Let's go. Appreciate you, Yuri. Let's get to Mets 2128. How are you this afternoon? Please unmute yourself. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I mean, I was not expecting the Knicks to put boot up ass of San Antonio.
Let's go. That's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. What was your favorite part of tonight's game? Today's game, excuse me.
Maintaining the three-point shot. As what killed the Knicks New Year's Eve? They let the three-point shot run rampant in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Because they kept leaving Champagne open. This time, they kept them clogged up. Wembanyama got one of his better games in better performances over the last 4 games. But still, he was basically the only offense San Antonio had this afternoon.
Yep. And they did a really good job on him. You know, I know he's going to give you 20 and 10 because that's just Wemby, right? But they did a really good job on him. And they just the closeouts were better. They just smothered them defensively. And you could tell that everyone was engaged and they wanted this win. And hopefully he can carry over.
And whether or not a certain YouTube creator who I have been basically calling out for his psychological health is going to try to prove me wrong by blasting San Antonio, by praising the Knicks' defensive efforts, or blasting San Antonio as a criminal organization, will be up for debate.
Who might that be if you want to name names? Knicks creator?
Does awful coaching.
Awful coaching. I've heard of that. I've heard of them before. It's a one guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of
From
it.
upstate Michigan.
Yeah. I got you. What else you got? What else you got today?
Not much else other than Knicks should have a time in Toronto.
Hey,
because really
they
need
play
that
like
road
this.
record.
They play like this. How far do you think they could go?
Conference finals.
They play like this? You don't think they can make it to the NBA Finals?
If they're against Detroit, then no. Anyone else? Yes.
Okay.
When they get to the conference finals.
Now, what if Detroit gets knocked out in the first couple of rounds and it's like Knicks, I don't know, Celtics or Knicks, Philly?
Who's been the Pistons' kryptonite at all this year if you look at the records?
You know, That's a good question.
That's the issue.
Cleveland. I would say Cleveland. Cleveland just gave them problems without Mitchell and Harden. So
I'm just saying in terms of the win-loss record, who's had the most success against the Pistons?
Yeah, I would have to look. I don't know.
I mean, sure, San Antonio gave them a fit last Monday, but that's an outlier since they only play the Spurs twice and they're out of conference.
Exactly. Yep. Well said. Hey, appreciate the call. You're always welcome to call in, man. Thank you for the support.
All right. Later.
Let's go. Bringing in knowledge in here. I like that guy. I like that guy, man. Shout out to the community. Shout out to the chat. Your Knicks win 114-89 against the San Antonio Spurs. Just Rover's right. I do have to higher the volume on this thing. I need more drops. I need more icons for the members. I got to get an Alvarado drop. I have to get an Alvarado icon. That's coming. Probably work on that after the post game. But let's go. Let's go. I'm trying to see if we have more quotes from the guys. If we have a picture. Did they even do? Oh, I should have retweeted. I should have retweeted them. Well, let's go. Let's go, Knicks. Loud and clear says it again. The only team that can stop the Knicks are the New York Knicks. If they play like this, like they did, belt to ass against the San Antonio Spurs, they will go far in the playoffs. If they play around with their food, if they point the finger, if they don't follow the game plan, they will get knocked out. But today is a prime example of how far the Knicks could go, because if they play like this, quite frankly, I don't think there's many teams that can beat them if they play like this in the East. Right? So we'll see. When we get there, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But the only team that can stop them is them. It is true. It's true. I think the bench is fine. Like last year, were we confident going into the playoffs with the bench? Right? That was the only thing. Excuse me. That was the only thing that we were trepidatious about was the bench. Like, I don't know about this bench. I don't know. You got Campaign. You have Tom Thibodeau. Like Shamit and him were like, he gave Shamit like two games and then he yanked him. Right? I don't think that's going to happen this year, right? So I think your bench is like, I think we're fine. Like, now we just have to stay healthy because that's been our, like, that's been something to watch this year's health. But if Deuce comes back, I mean, then now all of a sudden we have Deuce, Alvarado, and then it's going to be a minutes issue. But the bench is fine. Like especially with the emergence of Diawara. Then you have Sohan in defensive situations. If you need a stop, you put him in. Like, I'm not worried about the bench this year like I was last year. Shamit, he's going to play a lot. He's going to play a lot, right? I'm going to go back because I want to see. Hello, there's me again. Let's extend this. Once again, shout out to the chat. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. Sunday afternoon talking Knicks. I want to see just how. Let's go to the playoffs, postseason last year. All right. Let's go to. The rotations was 7 in the playoffs, right? It was like 7, 8 guys. Yeah, it was our starters playing a lot. It was Mitch and Deuce off the bench. That's it. It was 2 guys. Campaign sometimes, but it was Mitch, Deuce, and maybe if Tom Thibodeau thought about playing Campaign off the bench. This year, you're not going to get that, right? Remember last year, game 1, Campaign came in off the bench and pretty much won us that game. Last year, your 4 off the bench were Mitch, Campaign, Shamit, and Deuce. Now your 4 off the bench is Mitch, Shamit, Diawara, who's bigger, and Alvarado. And if McBride comes back, then you have McBride too. That's better than I think that's way better than last year. Right? So the bench is improved. And it starts with Diawara, man. It starts with Mo D. Now we have to see how Mo D is going to play in the playoffs because it's his first time when the lights are brighter. But I think he'll perform well. I think he'll perform well. Line of Clear says teams will look at what we did today and use that as the blueprint against Wemby. Mitch is Wemby's kryptonite. Yep. I think so too, man. It's a lot of teams, first of all, don't have a Mitchell Robinson. Like, we're extremely lucky to have a Mitchell Robinson, and a lot of teams don't have that. And this is why the Knicks are being extra cautious in Mitchell Robinson, the playing time with Mitchell Robinson. So, let's go, man. Let's go. Want to hear some more Mike Brown? Why not? Why not? We hanging out, man. We hanging out, guys. Thanks for rocking with me on this Sunday afternoon. Why not, man? Let's hear some more Mike Brown. Not more Mike Brown, because I haven't played Mike Brown. So let me rephrase that.
Pressure to earn his spot and prove his case to get this kind of performance from him. Well, first thing I would say, Mo was not afraid. I've said this to you guys before. For a young guy, I've thrown him out there in games to start on national TV, and he didn't bat an eye. And he might have started 3 games in a row, then he might not have played at all the 4th game. You know, he doesn't bat an eye. He's the most confident young man I've been around, and he's got a chance to be not good, really good. And he's worked extremely hard on his shooting because, like you saw tonight, his team was play off of him, and Peter Patton and Coach Tyndale, they've done great things with him as well as the rest of the staff. But confidence-wise, you don't have to worry about that. What you said is correct. He and Jeremy right now are 9th to 10th, 10 and 9, and
what do you say at the end? I could barely hear him.
Right now, 9th to 10th, 10 and 9, and they both have to just keep themselves ready because of the rest of the staff. But confidence-wise, you don't have to worry about that. What you said is correct. He and Jeremy right now are 9th to 10th, 10 and 9, and
I don't know if he's saying him and Jeremy right now or like cycling. I don't know what he said there. If you guys, I can't hear him, but it shouldn't be a competition. Like it shouldn't be like that. Like it's Diawara. Just play Diawara. That's it. Like again, it's simple. Like just play Diawara. It shouldn't be like him and Jeremy right now. Like sometimes I play Jeremy, sometimes I play me. No. It's Mo D.
so effective for him to be so young and
Mike Brown and the Knicks defensive effort.
Why you guys locked in and then accepted challenges. Was there a message or what was the mindset of the team on the defensive end to get through locked in the way they did today?
you know, I said this before, even some of the games that we haven't scored a lot of points, like at Chicago and then at Houston, you know, our defense has gotten better, right? So to start the game, they had got out in transition. I think 11 of their first 19, the way we charted, 11 of their first 19 points were in transition. And so our guys did a better job of cleaning that area up. And then once that happened, and we started taking the right shots, we tell our guys, hey, let that thing fly. Once we started letting it fly, then good things started to happen.
Let's go. Defensive player of the game is, in fact, Mikal Bridges. That just came out right now, actually. The pictures, that's what I was waiting for. Loud and Clear says Mike Brown sucks. I hate him, not going to lie. Oh, man. There it is. There it is. Much deserved, Mikal. Much deserved. Wayne, what's going on? Appreciate you. Wayne just made it. He says Knicks defense tonight was awesome tonight. Mikal, OG, let's go. Let's go. Look at Alvarado. Tyler. Shamit. Shamit is jacked, by the way. Like, you would never, dude is jacked. JC still supporting, even though he's not playing. Deuce traveling with the team. I think he's going to be back soon. I do. Giving you little hints here and there. Mikal. Mo D. I feel like making a Muhammad Diarra video. Like, this dude is incredible. McCullough. Let's go. That was the only image. Hasiel's in the chat, says Mike Brown needs to send Hart to the bench. He fails the plus minus and the eye test horrendously. Yeah, I would not be shocked if there's a change made to the starting lineup, but I just don't see a world. Josh Hart has an ego, right? And we know it. We saw it last year. Thibs fell in love with him. There was too much Josh Hart last year, and we spoke about it at the end of the season. There was way too much Josh Hart. Thibs fell in love with this dude to the point where we were like, stop playing Josh Hart so many minutes because he's not being guarded out there. Yes, the little things. I don't think the little things outweigh the offense, but he could just flip the switch like that on any given night, which is frustrating. But for the most part, he's been really good this year. But I do think, again, I'm going to keep saying it, I do think it's not going to come until the playoffs. If the Knicks go down 1-1, or if it's the Knicks are down 3-2 in a playoff series and the starting five just isn't it and they need a spark, that's when I think Mike Brown pivots. I don't think he does it. I think he'll try to sprinkle, you've been seeing him sprinkle in the starters with Mo D or Shamit. You've been seeing that a little bit, but I don't think we'll see a drastic starting lineup change. 86 Schmer, what's going on? It says just tuning in. I have an orchestra performance tonight. Just checking in during intermission. Good W today. Good luck on your orchestra performance, 86 Schmer. Appreciate you rocking with us tonight and just tuning in, just popping your head in, just showing support, man. Love that. Love that. Appreciate you just hopping in here. Enjoy and good luck. Hasiel says Mo just joined the Wingstop crew. It's now a power trio. Thing about Wingstop is it's been kind of inconsistent, but when they're on, they're on. Hey guys, what have we been calling for off the bench? Another wing that can score and defend. And that's exactly what Muhammad Diarra is. He's another big 6'9" dude. Think he has a 7-foot wingspan that can score and defend. Right? And we got him. We got him. I didn't think he'll be contributing this much, but I did say give it a year. I don't know if you guys remember the episode I did with Chris earlier when we were doing the player previews. I said give it a year. It's been less than that, man. I really love what I'm seeing from him. He's been awesome. Big Taz says the league is so lucky that Deuce McBride is injured. Deuce coming back. Picture a world where it's April. When's the last game of the season? Picture a world where it's April 12th. April 12th is the last game of the season? Man, that's earlier than I thought. Picture a world where it's like April 9th and Deuce McBride is on the verge of returning and he's coming back, and now we'll have Deuce and Alvarado to unleash in the playoffs. Sign me up for that, man. Sign me up for that. So you end the season versus Boston, and that game could be huge because let's say you're like a game back or a game ahead of them, and the tiebreaker stuff, that game could be huge. Now it depends who we play in the first round if you kind of want to play that game. If you kind of don't care that we lose and we drop it down a couple of spots, but that game could be huge. Boston, Toronto, Charlotte. Guys, this season is like, it's go time, baby. Toronto, OKC, Denver, LA. So this 10-game gauntlet stretch, you're 4-2. You're 4-2. Not bad. Not bad. Now Toronto and OKC, and at Denver, and at the Lakers. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Appreciate the support. Loud and clear. Appreciate you for gifting those memberships. Again, you are absolutely awesome. Appreciate the support as always. If you guys want to become a member, hit the join button down below. We'll be posting some more videos and updating the icons and whatnot. Promise shortly. Yeah, guys, big win tonight against the Spurs. Enjoy your Sunday. Appreciate you guys rocking with me today on this Sunday afternoon. It's always Let's Go Knicks. I'll be back soon. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Brunson a three. Bang!